Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you on this fine, fine night? Well, I hope everything with you is great, and I hope your day went well.
Yes.
Well, as you see, we're in a different location. Baby Crone said that my favorite spot wasn't good on François. So she said that we need to move back to the original spot.
Yes.
Well, here we are. What is this called? Apocrypha? No, it's when you have your own pharmacy in your house with herbs and stuff like that.
Is it not an apocryphy?
It's not an apocryphy, but it's something like that. The word escapes me, but I know what it is. But that's our little old pharmacy back there. You can't see all the stuff, but nevertheless, what are we doing? Oh, yes. So this was the last episode of, don't tell me. My mind is getting bad. It was the last episode of the Kardashians. The season went fast. It was only 10 episodes, right?
Yep.
It went fast. I don't know. Like I said, everything went fast.
Yeah.
So everything has gone fast.
Yeah, that's 2.5 months right there.
I can't even believe it. But then again, I hope they don't stay gone for another 8-9 months.
Exactly.
As we know, this episode is in the day before Valentine's Day, which would be February the 13th, 2003.
Yeah, February 14th.
No, because it was prepping.
Oh, it's the day before, yes, February 13th.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so we're going to get into it, and we're going to tell you what we thought about this episode. Go ahead, baby, go. Yeah. These are the things you do when you don't have anything else better to do.
Yes, exactly.
This is the things that people with money do when they don't have anything else better to do.
Yes. Kim had brought attention to her sister Chloe and her mother Chris about this Horvath blood test where it tells you how old you are based off of your blood. Things that people do with money. Anyway, so they one thing is that Kim was hoping that she is young because she just wants to fill her vanity, because she was just like, if I'm doing all this work and effort, I better be young. That's basically her attitude. And then Chloe is just stressing out about it.
Well, anyway, they took the test, and they all had good grades. All of them had good scores, even Scott. It was his age.
Yeah.
The thing I don't understand, and this is what I question.
Even Courtney did.
I question because with the mother having surgery, was it on her hip?
Yep, she had hip surgery.
She just had a hysterectomy, full-blown hysterectomy, so her hormones ain't all that. So all of these things going on within that 12-year period.
Yeah, that is true.
Not mentioning the fillers, the Botox or whatever, wrestling or whatever they get in their faces. None of that. Not mentioning the alcohol and all of that is consumed.
That's true.
Especially with the mother. So for them to come back with this is they have like the perfect health when they say I'm stressed all the time. They always stress this, that. It just doesn't seem. It just seems like who do they run these tests on, and why?
Exactly.
I had questions for that. Just stress alone aids you.
Yes, exactly.
But when you can constantly put Botox and fillers or wrestling or whatever you putting in your face, that hides a lot. Or when you can have surgeries and all of this and have implants and these things put in and removed, that just seems not a fair test. What do you think?
Yes, most definitely.
And so for Chloe to have cancer in her body.
Yes, I forgot about that.
And to be stressed out and still say she's stressed out, to say that she is the 28-year-old,
half her
age. That's just almost half her age. That just seemed like something wrong with that story.
Yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, even though we know how much Chloe works on her weight.
She works on her weight and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But she said that she eats, but she works out like a beast. All these things are wonderful. And the only person that showed was Scott.
Yes, that's for sure.
And he was saying, and Chloe thought it was going to be her too. But
that was probably
but Kim always saying how she's sleep deprived. I don't know. I'm just saying you have to question the source.
Yeah.
And that the doctor will call them and they have a meeting. Come on.
Yes, over
for the rich
phone.
and the famous. I don't want to say rich. For the wealthy and the famous. But you know what? You can be wealthy and don't have to be famous. So to be wealthy, to be able to have doctors go out the way for you. And it could have been a test that they were just giving a trial run on Kimberly.
Yeah.
And she said, I got family and friends. And this will be a good read. It wasn't a good episode for me. Honestly, say I'm jealous? I don't know. It was just vanity to me. Another thing you pitching. You already was pitching the lamb's blood. Now this. Just another thing to keep us focused on beauty. And not forgetting that you remind yourself and us of how pretty you are. Mm-hmm. So, and maybe I'm just finding fault, or maybe I don't know what it is. It's just that I like to think I'm just calling it the way I for real see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
And it just seemed vain to me. You know? And when Courtney said something at the table about it, they said that she was just jealous.
Yes, they did say that.
And she said, if I take the test, I'll probably outbeat you all. Because she is the most healthiest.
Yes, that is true.
You know? Mm-hmm. And then they said, the mother hardly ever work out.
Yeah.
And she drink martinis. Oh, come on, I can't. You all stop it. You all stop. See, you're making me mess up my table in my new Bonsoir spot. Well, anyway, go ahead.
Yes. Courtney was still in Sydney, Australia, and what they did was, first off, it started off with her making a matcha latte, and it did not turn out the way she wanted it. So she was kind of, I guess, a little upset or sad about that. But she was talking about how her and Travis was going to go on a zoo date, because apparently the Australian zoo is supposed to be special from, I guess, other zoos. I guess it's just the animals that they have in Australia. But she took, this is where it gets good. She brought her son Rain with them. And
that little boy, mouth?
Mm-hmm. He's a little too grown.
His mouth.
Yes.
And it's okay with her. See? He just going, you need them, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And they
I don't know
to show
if it's good
in front of him.
I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know what it is. But that little boy just had no limits.
No.
Or filters.
No.
And I don't know if that's good. I don't know. You know, just when he said about the teacher lied on him. When she said he was eating paste or something?
I think
or paint or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that, of him.
Yeah, I definitely understand you.
He's just a little kid.
Yes, he is. But
just a little kid with
the things he knows and the sass and attitude and really understands what's going on.
He knows what a hickey is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, maybe it's how Courtney raises him, because they want them to understand what good loving in a relationship is.
I get it. I guess I get it. But when your child is saying no, stop, and pulling on you, what does that mean? too much.
Yeah, he's uncomfortable with
He's uncomfortable, right?
it. I mean,
That's my opinion.
And
Look,
listen,
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying when you say you do it, then who are you doing it for?
yeah, because they give a lot of PDA.
A lot. And not just like, hug, no, they be there for like 5-10 minutes.
Yes, they really love each other.
And that's beautiful. I find no judgment, but I'm just saying, and why that little boy is the way he is because of what he's been exposed to. And then they said they didn't want their children going over Courtney's house. I understand that.
You are right.
I was wondering why.
Yeah, you are right.
Now I understand. Because I don't know if I want my child exposed to that kind of endorphins and that energy that's in the air.
Oh, fair enough, yes.
Because you can feel that energy. And I don't know if I want my children feeling strange feelings. Because it is energy and it is felt. When somebody tells you they love you, you can feel that energy. If somebody is feeling sexual towards you, you can feel that. So they're exposing it to their children, but yet the child doesn't understand it and he feels uncomfortable with that. And it's not that it's bad, maybe just too much.
Mm-hmm.
Ease their way. But they have always been like that from the time we met them.
Yes, that is honestly
So what
true.
is it going on, 3 years now?
Yeah, I think so.
So I just have issues with that. But I wouldn't want my child exposed to it to that degree.
Right, yes.
Kiss and a hug, but the feeling and the tongue and all of that, and that your son's telling you, don't have a baby, and that's just too much.
Yes.
Don't give her, what you giving her a hickey, and this time, what was they saying today?
It was, about how this koala had gotten some. And so.
No, when they were kissing today and she.
No,
what the little boy said about the koala.
Because the zoo keep.
I got my days mixed up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, listen, it was all about.
The same day, right.
Yeah,
right.
Because when the zookeeper said that the koala could have gotten some, and that's why.
STD.
Yes. And then Mason said, not Mason, Rain said, you got some game to the koala.
And it's so funny because here is Miss Kris Kardashian. She gave me a big old fat pause when she said, isn't that when you're burning?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
As if she know. See, when you say something like that, you know that she know. Because she know it's discharge.
Mm. Yeah, you're right.
But why would she say, is it when you're burning who? Women or men?
Yeah, she wasn't specific about
She
that.
wasn't specific, but she knew. Isn't that, she knew exactly. And was she talking? No, that wasn't the mother who said it. Was it the mother?
Yeah, it was the mother. Because they was talking about how they could have pet the koalas at the zoo.
Because it could give you,
an
STD. And the mother said, isn't that when you're burning? I'm like, this is a lot of women.
Mm-hmm.
And was she talking about that to Rain?
No.
Because the men burn and the women have, I've learned that. I learned that in health in school.
Right. I think Kris was probably confused. How could you get an STD from just touching a koala? But I think it's what's on their glands and how it meshes in with.
Well, I get that, but there's these getting back to that since we're talking about the animal and koala. There are these caterpillars, especially in Texas, that they real furry, and they look like a mustache, right? Like a real hairball, and and I don't know how big they are, but big enough, like you could definitely see them, and I think they come in different colors, and if you touch it, it's deadly. Not that it could kill you, but you could get very ill from it. Is it right, baby?
Yes, it's called a pus caterpillar.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's what they said in the video. P-U-S. I think they said
Oh.
puss, but I say puss.
Okay.
And apparently, another way you could describe it is that it kind of looks like hair or a walking toupee. If you
Yeah. It just looked like a ball of nice hair. All different colors they come in and everything. But it's deadly. They say you get stung. It'll be like being stung, like being stabbed under your skin.
You gotta go immediately.
You gotta go immediately. You blister. With your body going shock, you can have seizures, vomiting, severe nausea. Definitely. See, it could definitely go
its way up the East Coast.
And it's making its way up the East Coast. And I think it's because of global warming.
Yeah.
So if you see anything fuzzy walking,
don't touch it.
And don't touch it. And be careful walking barefooted.
Yes.
I just wanted to put that out there. So not that it's here in the state of Maryland, but they seem like they're making their way.
Yeah.
Just like those stink bugs did.
Yes, they did. And the lanternflies.
Right. But that was just a side note. But go ahead back to the
Kardashian. Oh, well, yeah, that was pretty much it with the koala about how you can't pet a koala and how Rain complimented a koala for getting some. Anyway, Courtney was able to go backstage with all the kids for one of Travis's performances while they were in Australia. That was good. The baby was even there. So after all that, Courtney finally makes it back to the States. And I guess the first thing she did was meet with Kim. And Kim finally wanted to talk to her and say, "Hey, Courtney, I finally got therapy." And you're basically right, Courtney.
Yeah, Courtney was surprised.
She was.
Pleasantly surprised. And she was happy that she did. And, and now she's just trying to get her mother to do it. And
yes.
And Chloe's thinking about doing it.
Yeah. But Chloe has her own experiences that makes her have trepidation.
But this is pretty much what the whole episode was about.
Yeah, it was really about Kim.
It was about Kim and more Kim and what goes on in the life of Kim and what Kim will bring. She will bring lamb's blood. She'll bring that, what is that test?
A whore bath.
A whore bath. She'll bring all of that to make a series out of it. Yeah.
Yep. But
the mother bring her hysterectomy.
Yeah, that's good.
They brought in Rose, what's her name?
Yeah, Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose.
They
brought in the
Jane Fonda. Brought her in this episode. Yeah, for prison reform. It was nice to see.
It was nice to see. And like I said, I don't know what Kim can do for them, but she did make clear what she said she can do. She can give this exposure on her show.
Yes.
That's what she does. She said, I can give you, I can't give you anything else, but I can give you exposure and let this show be known. The wonderful thing is, not so wonderful is Kim don't have a lot of followers that follow her show like she used to.
Right.
But that's
especially
okay.
Not ones that are probably into prison reform and lawyers.
That's true. That's true. Well, nevertheless, she did do that, and Jane Fonda came on because that was her market, and that's what she did, and so Kim brought her on. So it was good to see Jane Fonda too.
Yeah. So then, basically Courtney says that since she's gotten therapy, she's completely unbothered now, and she's not trying to be coming off as a know-it-all, trying to tell people because she's gotten therapy.
She said like anything else, you have to grow with things, you're right. When you know something and it's good, you want to share the world.
Yeah.
But then after a while, you get kicked around enough, you just start saying, it's your opinion, you know what, do you? You start valuing it. It's like when somebody don't want, this is how I had to learn too. Just by reading, you just learn to say, it's okay. I'm just not going to be bothered. You do, but you just won't allow yourself to react to the bother. Right. You just die to it. You know what I mean? Because you can't allow someone that don't know you or know anything about what you're doing bother you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you know that you're being honest and upfront and you're giving them truth from your perspective, and you get that, all you can do is say, do you.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Just like when your friend asks you for some advice about their girlfriend or their boyfriend, and you tell them and they don't listen, you just back off. Do you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, boo? I ain't mad.
Yeah.
But when they say it again, just say, I don't know, you're not ready.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You know what I mean? But anyway, that's what it was. Was there anything else?
Just the wrap up, just talk about how it was a year for them.
Yeah.
Kendall was talking about how she's just trying to manifest her life and that her mom needs to stop pressuring her to have a child.
Kendall better not come back next season with a baby in the oven by what's a Bad Bunny.
Yeah, for real.
And another thing, you know what I noticed, I hear people that follow the show said they did this episode, they did that. This is not about them doing an episode, but I thought it was kind of curious that this is their last episode and that Kendall wouldn't be there. But normally whenever Kendall have a fashion show, they have the cameras to do something. That is so curious that Kendall wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And that led me to say she wasn't doing a fashion show.
Yeah, you're right.
Because she wasn't there at the end.
No.
So
this was a family dinner that Kylie was throwing so all the cousins could get together.
So because if it was, they would have had the cameras because they always would have known in advance. Mm-hmm. So they always filmed Kendall. Even in Paris, wherever, Madrid, true. Wherever she's at, they find those ways to get those cameras. Yeah, and I found that curious that this time she wasn't there and they didn't tell you anything that she was modeling or anything.
She didn't even say anything.
She didn't say anything, but at the end of the show, they showed her modeling.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, come on, that is what...
Right.
That's what they want. They didn't say it, right. But that's what they wanted you to think.
Or who knows? It literally could have just been leftover footage.
No, I'm sure it's all true. But what I'm saying is, instead of telling us what she did, they just let that be the last vision about her.
That is true.
And even though that's not true.
Yeah, that is true.
And I don't think it's true. My opinion.
Yes. Kylie says that she's enjoying her children because they unconditionally love her and do not judge her for her looks and always say, you're so pretty, and it just makes her heart go flitter.
But you don't care about it, but just a couple of episodes she was crying. Yes. And now you come and say, well, as long as my kids love me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as my kids love me.
Gotcha.
Yep.
We convinced. It didn't bother you at all.
Yeah, for real.
Or maybe it never did, and that was just a part of a scene that you act out because you was wanting to be an actor at one time after dealing with Timothy. I don't know what you are anymore. What do you think? I don't know.
That's honestly true.
If I keep looking at Baby Crone, I am so sorry. It's just that I'm so used to doing this.
Yes.
But on this side. So maybe, yes, Baby Crone.
And second to last, Kim was just talking about how now she believes, now that she has looked back at some of the episodes and apparently some TV show, she's like, I can run the country. Anyway, because she feels like she's done so much, accomplished so much, and is doing therapy to find herself. So now she thinks she's the queen of the world now.
They probably give it to her.
They probably would, honestly.
If she ran.
Exactly, and if it's what they say is true about Camilla, Kim could be right there in that place.
I think you have to have a college degree. But then they'll probably say her lifestyle is her college degree.
Yeah.
But if she wanted to run, they'll make a way.
Yes.
They will make a way to get her be the first lady president. They make a way.
We'll make a way. And then lastly, Chloe.
Or or they'll make it the run of a lifetime,
Most definitely.
even if she lost.
Yes. Just the fact she tried it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then lastly, Chloe feels like now that the year has gone by and she's getting ready to turn 40, they're talking about her 40th birthday, the one we just saw Kim getting flipped over by some dude dancing on
Like
the
the one
dance
that
floor.
she just had, and it wasn't July.
Yeah, or at the end of June, something, 'cause she's a Cancer. I think she was
Right.
born at the end of June. But yeah.
She's a Cancer.
Mhm. Yeah, so they were talking about this back in February about her 40th birthday party. And now we know why. Also, she was in Mumbai, India, because now she said she feels a little bit more comfortable going outside the gates and doing traveling.
Well, she already said that when she was talking to Malika that she was going to start doing it. So that trip to Mumbai was already in plan, so she already knew. It's just, that's what I'm saying. It's starting to be so predictable. I'm starting to say, well, this story could be connected to that, and that's why they did that.
Yeah.
It just, that's how much. That's how far back it is.
Yes, exactly.
Not saying I'm right. I'm just saying these are the fillers. When I see other commentators do it, I'm like, how they do that? Now I see. You know so much what's going on. It's easy to fill in the pieces, especially when you know the characters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that was pretty much it for season 5
Well,
of the Kardashians.
It was somewhat entertaining.
Yeah.
On a scale 1 to 2.
You mean 1 to 10?
1 to 10, with 10 being the highest score. What would I give this episode? I'll be honest.
Okay.
I'll give it a 5.
Oh, I did too.
Really?
Yes, I did.
I wouldn't put it up and I wouldn't put it down.
It's called being indifferent.
I would be indifferent and put it in the middle.
Yeah.
It could do another year. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, if everything that they are saying that they're filming.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, hopefully, everything that they're saying that they're filming for the season, for next season, comes out soon. So that way we don't have to wait, because we're already 5 months behind, 6 months behind.
No. Why do you say that?
Because they ended off in February, and here we are in July.
And it started back in. It started in June.
Yeah. And they went as far back.
And that was 6 months, but it came on in June, but they were far back than that.
Yeah, they were in like October.
They were in October when they started, so October, November, December, January, February, 5 months.
Wow, they only gave us 5 months of recording and 10 episodes.
And it was very much Kim-centered.
Yes.
Do you think that Kim can carry the show?
No.
Mm-mm. And Courtney had already said at the end that she's so glad that she doesn't have to work that much. So she let it be known, I won't be on like that.
Yeah.
I will show up, but it will not be about me like that. So she wants to raise her children, and she got that. And she said she's happy. So they put that out there. Chloe is like, hey, look, I'm here if you need me. I don't want to be the star of the show. So Kim got it.
Yep, because
the mother is like, it's you and me, Kim.
Yep.
You and me. You tell, I tell. Mother came with a hysterectomy. Kim came with therapy. So they carrying the show.
And the Jenners just go under the rug. They
the
come
Jenners
here
just
and go.
come and go, and Courtney is there as a. What would I say she is? She shows up as a fill-in.
Okay.
She's a fill-in. She just gives fluff. She didn't have nothing deep going on in her life at all. I know nothing. She talked nothing about her boyfriend, her life. So she's on the outer skirts. The most I heard her say was, and make about her kids, was when she was so happy that she was a 7.
Yes. She
squealed. She was happy, and I was happy for her, because she said that she never went. And I think what made it feel funny for me because she still see herself as the fat girl.
Yes.
And the thing is, she haven't been fat in so long that even now, as healthy as she is,
yes,
and workout, that's clearly working out, and she showed us working out. I knew she was working out when she carried both of those kids last season.
that is true.
I knew, and walking with them, I knew that she was working out, and walking a distance.
Yeah.
So I knew, and so we know she works out. And for her to think that way, she still carried that fat girl somewhere inside of her. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe because it keeps her humble.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think.
And another thing I like when they were sitting down talking about the genes and all of that, I like when Courtney said, "How do you know it's not the genes of your father?"
Oh, yes, you're right.
I like that. And she got quiet.
Yes, she did. Because we know
Did you just give them all to mom? Come on.
Yeah, Courtney brought up a very good point.
A very good point.
But then again, it was that silent elephant of the room of
like, you went there.
Yes.
And she's like, the world knows. I don't know. Maybe she thought the conversation was frivolous and vanity, because Courtney thinks a lot of things they do are vain.
She does.
So maybe she thought this was vain too. And that's why she was like seeing how Chloe was gloating. It just became a little nauseous, which I do get. And she just challenged that. How do you know it's real? How many people did they give that to? And when Courtney gets like that, she's just jealous. Courtney is sitting there with her man.
Yes.
Smooching and cooching.
Yes. In bliss.
With a baby. And she jealous
love.
of what?
Not to be miserable.
She
like
never
that.
had cancer on her face.
Right. She's stress free.
She didn't have her lips redone.
She lived the natural life.
She lived natural. I'm sure she get Botox and a little bit of stuff like that. I'm sure. But she's more than that. She still got her widow's peak. You know, she looks more natural, you know, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. You know, she might change. We don't know, but I don't think so, because I don't think her husband want her doing all that to her body. Well, anyway, is there anything else you want to say about the Kardashians?
No, that's all I got for them this season and this year.
So, like I said, when I say 50, we'll do it this way, 50. 50.
Yes.
We stand in the middle.
Yes, we do.
That's not a down. Just 50.
Yeah.
I'm not grading it like it's a test. I'm grading it like in the middle.
Right.
It could be, I can't say 60-60, and I won't say 40-40, but 50%. That's not too bad, is it?
No.
If the doctor say, I'll let you know you got 50%,
Yeah,
50,
kind of like
50,
a head's
half
tail.
and half. Hey, it's like you right there. I don't know, but I just do it at that 50-50, right? So that's what we thought of the show.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll be looking at it next year.
Hopefully we see you soon.
And hopefully they'll come back. They were gone for almost a year this time, right? They were gone for about 9 months.
Yeah, I think so.
So hopefully they'll be back in the next 5 months. I hope that they go back, because they were coming on more frequently.
Yes, they were.
Weren't they?
Yes, they were.
So,
I think the most we had was a 5-month break in between seasons.
And I guess the reason being is because it's Kimberly.
Fair enough.
And she wants to be an actor, and she's saying that's her new career now. Well, there you have it. So go ahead, baby.
Yeah, all right. Well, with this, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap, and we will see you soon in the next video. And what do we say to that?
Sunflowers!